Greetings, brothers. No, I'm just kidding. All praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahshua, Bashem, Crocodiles, that belongs to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Salutation to you, Akim, pushing his word with truth and sincerity, with charity. Yeah, we're in it. So, at the end of the day, I'm gonna go right into it. I'm just trying to do a lesson, and didn't really know where I was gonna go, and sometimes you just gotta press the button, like the brothers in Aya would say. So that's what I did. So it might be a bit of a rant. Well, that's cool too. But just do that at times, as long as you keep it spiritual, keep it scriptural, no problem with that, you know. But yeah, this lesson is just me just jumping in, man. Jumping in the water. You know. And hey, what does water insinuate? Water insinuates life. And the scriptures, it says it's living waters. Okay, living waters that bring life. Because everything around us is death, man. Hey, the scripture says we are in a valley of the shadow of death, man. So the Lord is calling upon us to choose life, man. Actually, hold on. Let me get a scripture on that. Yeah. Here's a scripture that we can make a note of, right? This is Deuteronomy 30 and 15. See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil. Okay? So, there it is, man. And what the scripture says? Death shall be chosen instead of life by this wicked generation, man. Our brethren, which if you can call them brethren, which really excuse me, I gotta get some juice. If you can call them our brethren, which they are not all Israel, that are of Israel. At the end of the day, our mother and the sister and brothers are those that are seeking Yahweh Bashem Yahushua in truth and sincerity, man. With the best of their ability, man. Our ability, Those are our family. But, we happen to be related to certain people. So let me keep reading. In that I command thee this day to love Yahweh thy power, to walk in thy ways, and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments. Okay? So we're walking in the law by the best of our ability, man. Not, we can't keep all the laws. That don't even need to be said, but at the end of the day, we keep them as frontlets on our eyes. We filter everything that we do through the scriptures, man. So at the end of the day, we have fulfilled the law because Yahweh Shai said we did, right? He's a sacrifice. And at the end of the day, who shall lay any charge to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua's elect, man? Which Yahweh Shai on this side, he basically gave his life for the elect. That they might be blameless, that they may receive that white stone, which means to be, basically have that mark of exemption, which the only spiritual mark, by the way, let me for a side note, the only spiritual mark you can receive is from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. He's the only one that can mark you spiritually. For all you motherfuckers that's talking about the mark of the beast is a spiritual mark, Esau he can't mark you spiritually. Not an Israelite. There's no enchantment against Israel. So there's nothing he could do. But I'm going to keep reading. And I'm going to start at 16 again. In that I command thee this day to love Yahweh thy power, to walk in his ways, to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply, right? That you may have life and you may have it more abundantly. All right. And that's what Yahweh Shai is all about. He's all about life. Although he was the angel of death in in Egypt. No, he was the one that was whacking everybody, but he has the keys of life and death. That's what the scriptures go into, man. He has the keys of life and death. So at one time he was a death angel, but he's also coming to breathe life, which goes to show you his office. He controls the left and the right, and the men that are under him are going to be endowed with that same ability. Okay, which is what makes us above the angels, because scriptures talk about how he was made a little lower than the angels, and then he was exalted above all creation. All creation. All right, because the only thing that wasn't created is Yahweh. Yahweh wasn't created; he just is. And everything else is just a creation. All right. And Yahweh thy power shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it. But if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shalt be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them, I denounce you this day, that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall prolong your days ye shall not prolong your days upon the land whither thou passes over Jordan to go to possess it. All right. But yeah. But that's what it is. Yahweh Shemiah Shah said before, it's life and death, man. And now I could say it's our choice, but really it's not. Although you will be judged for your choice, which is really not your choice. It's kind of complicated, but at the end of the day, all things were created for the Lord. Let me get that. Right, this is Proverbs 16:4. Yahweh have made all things for itself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Right? And the day of evil is fast approaching. Regardless of how these people want to, as the scripture says, put far off the evil day. Cast the Lord's words behind them. Put off the fucking judgment, man. And we're coming to the point where judgment is catching up with everybody, man. Because in the day, prophecy is catching up with everybody. You can talk all the shit you want, man, and a lot of niggas is good for that. Especially when you talking about niggas like General Yohana. Like these guys, they talk a lot of smack. But in the day, prophecy is catching up to everybody. You're gonna have to answer for it. And what do you think is gonna happen when you can't come with that answer, man? When you can't explain to these people why the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, is mandatory. When you can't explain why these people are taking that jab. Because what Scripture says, there's many unruly and vain talkers whose mouths must be stopped, especially